You're listening to the Mother Effin Podcast with Patti Crouch and Heather Dragulescu.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Mother Effin Podcast. Don't forget to leave us a voice message. We've gotten a couple of those. They're really exciting. It makes us feel like we're not alone out there in the world. And if you don't want to leave a voice message, that's cool too. You can just email us at mothereffinpodcast@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Hey, Patti.
Hey, Heather.
Have any good cries lately?
I had 4 cries yesterday alone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I toured a school for Jackson, and I was just like, oh, he doesn't fit here. He doesn't fit anywhere. We don't belong in this world. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but I cried. And then I took a picture of the info sheet, crumpled up on the floor of my car, text messaged it to my friend. He won the tour with me.
Yeah.
And was like, this is where this info is going.
Oh, no.
So, it was fun going with her, though, because she also has a special needs kid. So we just like heckled all the other parents who were like, my kid's already memorized the whole Shakespeare monologue, and he just is a born performer. And so we're supposed to go around the room, go, hey, my name's Patti, and my kid's Jackson. And I want to be like, and all of you guys have neurotypical kids, and you guys should be blessed that he belongs somewhere. Because this school's it for him, just like every other school.
Like, my kid says his name. Well,
So, yeah, I've cried a lot.
Well, since you're so emotionally charged, what would you say that you're the most emotionally charged stand-up special you've ever seen is? And is that a goal for you, to have an emotionally charged stand-up special?
Well, everyone says, like, whenever I cry on stage, which I do often in class, everyone's like, oh, you're like Nanette. Like, have you not seen her special?
Yeah, that's the Hanna. What's her name?
I don't remember her name either.
I'll look it up while you keep telling what you say.
Her name is Hanna something, and she's actually given up comedy. So I was like, oh, great. So you think I should give up comedy already? No. But she's really real. Like, she has some moments, and she has good chunks of 30 to 45 seconds and maybe even longer where she doesn't tell a joke. She's just telling her
like her life story.
Her life story.
Hanna Gadsby, by the way.
Gadsby, yeah. And the title of this Netflix is NANETTE. And so people are like, that's where comedy is going, and you're in the forefront of that. I felt like Jerry Seinfeld would probably hate it because he's always like, these comedians today have to be so real. It's about being funny.
Yeah, there's a battle going on because I just started watching season 2 of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon.
Okay, I don't say it Maisel.
MAISEL. Is it MAISEL?
It's MAISEL.
Whatever.
I feel like
she says it over.
Let me say it like we're in the French. Maisel. No.
In the show this season, I haven't finished it, but I just have to interject that it's really weird because it's supposed to be kind of a period dramedy, and yet they're pushing authenticity so much, which is a big thing that's happening now. And it feels very inauthentic to the period in comedy because comedy's about authenticity and what's going on in your life and da-da-da-da. And it's true, but the way she's performing and the way she's doing stuff on stage would not have been authentic to the comedian style at that time. And I don't think that the whole point of that show is for her to be so groundbreaking. The fact that she's a female would be groundbreaking. But if you look at the female comedians of that time, she's not matching or pacing with that kind of stylistic choice. It's really weird. She's too modern, is what I'm saying. And her idea of comedy is too modern.
But is it supposed to be a historical accurate representation?
Not well, they kind of talked in the first season. They were like, what would it be like if a woman was really coming up on the rise and could say what she wanted to say?
So maybe they're taking that perspective of like a woman would be more authentic than anything else.
I don't know. It's very weird because they meshed it so much better in season 1. And so far, everything I've seen in season 2 has been a lot more jarring.
I haven't seen it again. 1 episode. So I'll have to see it and come back and let you know.
Yeah. And I watched season 1 like 3 times. So
really?
I really enjoyed it.
I only watched it once.
So yeah, season 2 has been kind of a disappointment. But you know what? I'm going to wait to really reserve my judgment until I'm all the way through it. And I've watched it twice through. Because the first time I watched it all the way through,
so if you don't like it, you're going to put yourself through it all the way again?
Well, there's
things if you really don't like it? That seems like torturous.
No, because I kind of had a similar reaction the first time I saw it, where I didn't love it season 1. And then I watched it the second time and I picked up a lot more nuances and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I knew where the story was going to go. So I could focus more on other things that were happening.
I loved it from the get-go.
Oh, gotcha.
But I also like the cinematography. Yeah. Like, I'm one of those, I'm a very simple person when it comes to entertainment. It is entertainment. Yeah. I don't want to think. Mm-hmm. I don't want to have to analyze and do all this stuff. Like, I used to have an actor friend who would sit there and like criticize and like use all TV as like teaching moments. And I'm just like, I'm just laughing at The Office. Can we just laugh? Like, can we just go to a movie and go, I had fun. That was a good way to spend my 2 hours. So I'm one of those people who's like very simple. If I am entertained, it has done its job kind of thing. There's a couple episodes in this that series that I have stopped and gone, whoa, the cinematography in this. Like it was so good that I was jarred by it.
It's interesting because, you say you want to be entertained, and yet you talk about Nanette being, this kind of standout special that you saw and you liked, and I liked it too. I liked it a lot, but it's very thoughtful. It's very thought provoking.
Oh, completely. But that's entertaining. I am there laughing, and then also I think I probably cried. Let's be real. I cried. That's true. But that, I mean, if it's evoking emotion in me, then it's entertaining. Like I was enticed the whole entire time, whether it was funny or getting me to think or being emotionally with her. But I think she was saying things that a comic hasn't been able to do, in the sense that people like time. How many laughs per minute did she get? And she intentionally had things where
it went like 5 minutes without it.
She wasn't going to.
I'm on Reddit a lot because I can't help myself. And I was just reading what so many male comics, and it really was male comics, young male comics, trashing this because it's not comedy. It was like a TED Talk. It's not comedy. And it's like, you don't get to define what comedy is, because there's not one brand of comedy. You can't sit there and go, Andy Kaufman comedy fits in with Jim Gaffigan comedy, fits in with Bill Burr comedy, fits in with, Jim Carrey comedy. They're all different styles of comedy. They don't all fit together. And Ellen is not the same as Judy Tenuta.
Well, it would be boring if it was. Like, and that's what
frustrated me, is that they were saying it was not comedy what she did.
But did she make you laugh?
But you don't have the right to say it is or isn't comedy. Maybe her style of comedy is to take you on an emotional journey, and then you laugh when you get there. I don't know. It was frustrating to me.
I can imagine how frustrating it is. It's frustrating to me when people say that I'm that, because the voice in my head starts talking of, yes, I want to be that. Do I want to be that? Yes. But I also know she paid her dues before she was allowed to do that. Like, I honestly don't think I'd get booked again at Flappers if I went up there and for 2 minutes didn't get a laugh.
I don't know. It depends on how many people we brought with you.
Oh, Heather.
What I will say is, at the same time, but I will say Neal Brennan's 3 mics, I think, did a far more successful mainstream job of making an emotional comedy.
Okay, so just for the listeners, 3 mics. So he had 3 mics, and he had 1 mic where he did his traditional stand-up material. He had another mic where he did kind of one-liners.
Yes.
And then he had another mic where you knew if he went to that mic, it wasn't going to be jokes.
Yeah,
it was going to be.
But it was still oddly funny, because he's just a funny person in general.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't going to be intentional
to be funny. It was going to be.
It was going to be real.
It's so artistically crafted, the way he's moving through all of them. So while you would like to do a Nanette, think in my mind, like, I would love to do a Neal Brennan as 3 mics. You know what? I just thought of Tig Notaro. Did you ever hear her comedy special that like Louis C.K. recorded and then released? It's an audio only about her getting breast cancer, and she just finds out and goes and does this comedy set.
That's my next trauma, is cancer.
Don't say that. But it's brilliant. And that's the thing. There's these real raw things. Like Ali Wong it's a bit. It's not a full thing, about having a miscarriage, and her husband buys her a bicycle, like, as a gift. And she's like, I don't want to look at that bicycle and remember it's my miscarriage bike, And it's just interesting that people are willing to talk about these really hard things. Yeah. I like it not being taboo anymore.
I hope that's another thing, I guess a goal of mine, is to be that comedian that talks about the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And
I guess I do. I mean, I can improv. They say that if you get the awe, you've gotten somewhere.
Like, you get frustrated when somebody's like, ugh, when you talked about your kid, like, oh, I wish he had Down syndrome. And then you got a little off your game once, and somebody's like, oh. And yet I love that reaction in terms of my N-word joke. Like my kid dropping the N-word.
I created a tag for it now.
Oh, what is it?
When I'm like, dude, I advocate for him. It's okay. I said it. Like, it's all right. I advocate for him. It's all good.
I kind of think anytime you get an emotion from the audience now, as long as they're not booing you, they're listening to you and they're empathizing
completely.
in some kind of way.
And improv leads more to that than stand-up comedy. But I think that's where I think Dave is pushing us to, in that sense of like, if you cry on stage, it's fine. You're invoking emotion, which is what people want to do. Like, they come to laugh. Yes, but they also come to like get away from their life and connect with other people, because regardless of what we say in this world, we're seeking connection all the time, and we think we get it through social media because we're there, but in reality, you really don't get it unless you're face to face or listening to us on a podcast.
That's true. And it's funny though, because podcast has now become therapy. Comedy has become therapy. But I started comedy while I was still going to regular therapy, which I totally advocate for. I think
Did you quit therapy?
I didn't quit. I will not say I quit, because I will totally go back to her. She is amazing. I just don't feel I need it right now. when I feel like I need therapy, I go back and I see a therapist, and my
That's
therapist.
how therapy should be.
And I talked to her, and she told me that. She's like, because I said, when does this end? Like the very first time I saw her, she's like, it's going to end when you feel like you don't need it. And then you're probably going to feel like you need it again. You're going to come back for a little bit, and then you're going to go away and come back. That's
how
what
therapy
happens.
should be.
Yeah. She's like, this isn't a time thing. It's for when you need it. So right now, I don't need to go sit and talk to her. Not that she's not amazing. She's an incredible therapist, but I'm doing okay for the things that I need. Comedy's helping. I mean, have you found it to be your outlet?
When I cry about something, I'm like, oh, great. This is going to be a great set. Like I thought about that with the school tour that I took. I was like, how can I make this funny? Yeah. If I cry, I know I'm probably going to have a really good set out of it.
Yeah.
So, and especially if it's like something I cry about a couple times. And I'm like, okay, I need to write about this because it's something I'm so connected to that I need to write about it. And I'm pretty sure coming next year when I'm choosing a school for Jackson, a set will come out of it because it is a way for me to handle the emotions in a healthy way and then talk about these things. Because I definitely feel like I'm not the only one thinking these things.
No.
You know, like I was with my friend and she thought the same things. And I'm pretty sure if I went to all the parents in Jackson's class that have an IEPs and are special needs, they'd be like, yeah, it sucks because, and even the questions you ask, the principal has the stock answer. So I know that comedy allows me to not only heal myself, but also to say things that other people don't have a voice to be able to say, which is why I like this podcast as well. Because I feel like we can say it a little bit more.
Yeah, that's true. There are things that I don't say and there are things that I do suppress, like my anger on the Target helpline.
Oh my goodness.
I'm over it.
All I got was a text saying, I hate Target. And we're going to talk about it.
Because I love Target. But I'm hating them right now. I ordered pajamas for my kids back in November for Christmas Eve because I like to get things done. Everything came in but one robe.
You're finally getting them robes. Thought they were going to get robes for their birthday.
But I didn't get them for their birthdays.
You made them wait 3 more months?
Yes.
I should have just bought these kids their damn robes. Okay, we've had this, if you haven't noticed, we've had this conversation about robes for like 6 months now.
They're getting it for Christmas. A whole bath set for Christmas. So
I thought they're getting their bath set for their birthday.
No, they got it at Christmas. For Christmas, they're getting new
I should have just
towels.
bought them for themselves.
Well, it's too late now. Now they're getting.
And Patty's mad.
So they're getting 2 sets of robes for Christmas. So now you're probably thinking it's crazy, but hear me out. Why? One, they've got their waffle robe, which is the kind that really absorbs well out of the shower.
They want for the bath.
Yes. They fight over the blankets downstairs all the time. All the time.
Oh, yeah, we do
I'm
too.
getting rid of the blankets that are on our couches because I'm tired of their constant fighting.
Why don't you just buy 2 more blankets? Buy them each a blanket.
No. You can't do that, Patty. For some reason, one blanket, even if they're all the same, is a more special blanket and is a better blanket.
See, this is what you do. I have twins. I know how to, what you should have done is labeled them from the get-go.
Yes, I should have labeled some things. But the thing is, these blankets are just blankets that I bought. I was like, oh, I worked at DreamWorks. I got a DreamWorks blanket. Oh, I got this blue blanket because it looked nice. And they fight. They fight over them. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's just a fucking blanket.
My kids are the same way.
So what I did is I instead this year bought them fleece robes so they can wear them downstairs and be cozy.
I'm going to need a update on this because they're probably not going to like the robes and use them as a blanket like you want them to. And I'm going to laugh.
No, I don't want them to use it as a blanket because the only thing that's cold on them is their upper body. So you're going to put on a fucking robe and be fine. Listen.
In theory, this sounds like a great idea. In theory.
They're going to wear them. Tony will wear his robe. Tony's the only one who wears his robes and slippers properly. He's
properly. Oh my goodness. You would hate you would hate me right now. I wear my robe and then when I do dishes, I take the half part off. You know how it's tied? So then it folds over and then I do the dishes. And then when I'm done with the dishes, I put my robe back on. But I don't want to have to retie it. So
this is what I'm telling you.
With the tie.
They had slankets for a while. And this is why I say they don't wear them properly. They would put their legs through the slankets. And then
wait, time out. Blankets?
You've never seen those? So
Snuggles?
like a blanket, whatever they're called. They're called slankets too.
They're called snuggles.
It depends on the company selling them. They're slankets.
They're not slankets. They're
they're blankets with sleeves. Slankets.
Snuggles or something. I never called them called snaglets. Slaggets?
Okay.
Like
slankets. All right. Anyways, we're getting off topic. But they would put them on their legs and then
acceptable.
Bunch them up and waddle around the house.
That's how I wear my robe sometimes too.
With your legs through the arms.
Yeah, if I'm on the couch and my legs are cold and I already have a blanket, I will reverse my.
You all are insane.
I don't do it with my robe. I do it with my sweatshirt.
It's insane.
I like your kids.
They're sleeves.
I like your kids.
Stop. You're not normal. Is it racist if I go, this must be a Mexican thing?
I I was thinking in my head. So you can say it. I can say it. It must be a Mexican thing.
So they've got these robes now, and they've come in, except for Anna's. Anna's robe has not arrived. And I got an email saying, oh, it's going to be a little delayed, so it's going to arrive November 27th, even though it's supposed to be 2-day shipping. Fine, whatever.
You bought them in November, though.
Yeah, November 5th. I was supposed to get them November 7th. I get an email saying November 27th. I went online, and it still says processing. It hasn't even shipped it out yet. But now it's at a point where I can't cancel it or anything. So I call Target, and they're like, you have a 5-minute hold. 20 minutes later, person gets on.
Okay.
And I have no problem with this per se. But I knew this was not something they could help me with. And I'm a script to them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And this is why it's
What
frustrating.
tab do I need to do? Wait, she's angry. She wants a refund. Where's
No,
that tab?
I can't even do that. That's the thing. I can't get a refund yet because it's still in processing. And she's like, may I please put you on hold? And I said, fine. 4 minutes on hold. Hi, you are still on hold. I am still looking. Okay, great. Comes back. This happened 4 times.
Wow.
And I was like, you don't need to keep coming back. I believe you're going to come back and talk to me. So finally she's like, well, I can't look at it. So I have to send you over to another line. Like, great. So now we're at 40 minutes in. So she sends me to another line to talk to somebody else. And I'm waiting, and she transfers me over, and like one stupid Jason Mraz song plays, and then it hangs up on me.
No.
And I'm like, son of a bitch. So I have to wait then until I'm driving home from work. Now it's a 10-minute hold, though this time they did get on in 10 minutes. I will say that. So I explained everything again. And I said, look, I got hung up on this morning, and I'm going to tell you, you're not going to be able to solve it.
Can you just send me to the other place?
I must send them an email, and they'll resolve it within 48 hours. And I did not get an email stating that they have sent this through, and I've checked my junk mail. So I'm going to call back tomorrow and be like, hey, what's going on? Because it's still processing. In the meantime, I've bought it again, and I'm shipping it to store, and it's going to arrive in 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, I'm a little fed up.
I will stay with the company just if it has good customer service.
I will tell you.
I was with T-Mobile for the longest time because their customer service was always so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was great customer service.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
loved them. And then we finally had to because the Bacon Getaway doesn't get service up there. So we finally switched. But we were there for like 15 years and it was great. I will stay somewhere with good customer service. I'd rather have crappier food with good customer service than the best food with crappy customer service.
I will say I've never had a problem with Target until now. And this Christmas season has been the worst. Everything I've purchased, I bought their socks for their advent calendar. I made their own advent calendar this year and about 12 pairs of socks. And I put a little treat in each sock and I hung them up.
Oh my gosh. You do? Okay. So what other crazy?
I got my Mr. Christmas Nostalgia Christmas tree that looks just like the ones my great aunt used to make in her ceramics.
Aww.
So I'm very excited about that. So I have not, okay, this is going to surprise you. I have not, because of the rain and because of the weird timing, I have not put up my outside Christmas lights yet.
We don't do anything.
No? I thought you would lift your tree up all year, basically.
Yeah. Once we get the tree up. The kids can't handle anything yet.
They're not getting a Christmas tree this year, the kids, because I'm allergic and I'm going to die.
We're going to get a small one. I think we're going to get it this weekend.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I used to do the whole thing and it's just not worth it. Jackson throws everything and the girls get too excited. So we haven't put anything up.
Yeah, we're putting up
We won't put anything up.
The kids have their own Christmas trees.
Time out. They each have their own Christmas tree?
It's a little tiny one. It's like a 12-inch.
Oh my gosh.
Which has like these ornaments just hanging off of them. They're too big. It's so funny. But they have their own little Christmas trees. I spoiled them rotten the first year. So I buy them an ornament every year. The idea being when they move.
To have a whole.
Have
I like these ideas.
And then I also have, so the only tree going up this year is a 24-inch fiber optic Christmas tree that I refer to as the kids tree. Because I put all the kids' ornaments they make me for school because they can't go on my regular tree because these ornaments are shit.
Why can't they go on your
regular? They're so bad.
Oh, we disagree on trees as well. See, I am not the type. I am not the type. If you're going to put a Christmas tree up, it should reflect your
beautiful
family.
And wonderful.
And it is. It's beautifully, wonderfully made, but my kids love.
No, these are not ornaments.
The girls have made their own Christmas star every single year. And it is made out of foil and it looks like crap.
They probably love it. My son hates crafts and you can see his hatred for crafts in every ornament he has ever given me. He had to make one year where it was like this wood ornament that had little designs on it that you could paint. So you could put the little zigzaggy designs and the dots and you could put them in different colors. He painted the whole thing red, just all red. And he was like, that's it, I'm done. Here, Mom. And I'm like, the fuck is, you didn't even try to put any other color on it. I didn't say that to him. I said thank you, like a nice parent's supposed to. But in my head, I'm like, this is bullshit. You didn't put any effort into it.
I love it. You're the type that has that Martha Stewart perfect tree that every kid is scared to touch in.
Is called Bells, Brass, and Birds. and it's beautiful.
It is like old lady tree.
Oh, it totally is old lady tree. I love it.
You're an old lady.
Yes.
I'm realizing more and more that you're an old lady.
Yes.
You're already an old lady. You're not even old
I'm
yet.
so excited. You haven't seen the wrapping paper for this
You
year.
didn't go to the jam with me last night because you're like, it was raining.
Yeah, it was too bad. How was the jam? Was it good?
I didn't go.
Oh, because it was raining.
No, because you couldn't go. Megan canceled on me as well as John. And I ain't going to go somewhere by myself because that's scary shit.
It was raining, and I don't feel comfortable because my windshield wipers are actually, I don't know if you noticed, they're
She's
broken
old.
on my
And you have
car.
a tree with birds? Like birds?
Oh my gosh, I love the birds. Christmas birds. I hate birds in real life, but I love bird ornaments. They're so beautiful.
What?
And they're like glass blown. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, you're...
And I don't let my kids decorate that tree.
This is
I'm
where
like,
the trauma's coming into me because in my head, I've always hated going to places where I was so scared to break something or touch something. And I still feel like that. We went to a house. We went to a soccer party this weekend, and I was just like, this house is too nice. We do not belong here. Jackson's going to throw everything. I was like, I felt so anxious at the whole time. So like when there's nice things around, I just feel like that I don't belong there.
I don't have a lot of nice things around. I just have my tree.
But if you can't, you can't touch your tree.
you can touch my kids. Touch my tree. It is perfect.
But
like,
don't put an
no.
ornament out of
I
place.
just don't want their ugly shit on my tree. Like my tree has beautiful
ugly
shit.
Is so beautiful.
No, it's
made
not.
with love.
No, see, that's where you're wrong. It's not made with love.
My
It's
mom
made
still
with
puts the same one
disgruntledness.
on our tree of me in kindergarten, and I'm wearing this like green dress, and it's that popsicle frame.
Oh my God, that's awful.
It's so cute.
No.
And I colored. I was like, oh, it's so cute.
Listen, these ornaments are not made with love. They were made disgruntledly.
Okay, Tony's
hating their
ornaments
life.
were not made with love. Honest
Honest
probably
ornaments
was.
were made by the room mom because they look too nice. I'm like, this is not your work. And the only reason I like Anna's, but see, I can't just put Anna's on the tree. There's one that Anna's cracks me up because it's a reindeer, but her head is like in the circle where the reindeer's head is supposed to go, and she's making the derpiest, dumbest face, and it cracks me up.
See, that's what.
But I can't put only her on the tree and be like, I'm not putting your shitty ornament on the tree because you only painted it red and you didn't even do a good job. You didn't even put 2 coats on it. It's so streaky. Like,
oh man, no, I love all that homemade stuff. Like,
oh no, his like
the girls. I don't have ornaments because they're all broken, and so the ornaments that we put on our tree, they make them new every single year. They make the stupid like.
Well, that's
chain
good for
ones, and they make a star. Although Lexi this year was like, "Can we actually buy a star that's like really nice to put on it?" And I was like, "You're not gonna make it?" And she's like, "Let's buy a nice one." So they're already over my crappy tree.
See, so it's when we get a bigger place, I will upgrade their little fiber optic tree to a bigger fiber optic tree in another room. And the kids, I told them they can decorate if we have a space because I'm hoping because all these houses in Santa Clarita have like a den plus like a living room.
Oh, I don't want that. That's one of the things I don't want.
Oh no, I want the den because then that'll be their room, and we'll put a TV. Like they can trash it.
But the way my mom knew what was going on in my life was because she eavesdropped into my
but like the den
I plan on going to eavesdrop into the girls' conversations. So I don't need them separated from me.
But the den is like right next to the kitchen. Like the living room and the dining room are just attached in a way that's like nice.
I'll have to approve your house and see.
So I said, if we have a kid's room, we'll put a tree. You can decorate it however you want. And they're so excited by the idea that they can put their own decorations in there and they can make it just how they want it.
He's going to bring out that red ornament and be like, Mom, this is my favorite ornament.
And I'm like, great.
He's
put it on
therapy.
Your tree.
That's his therapy thing. You know how every kid has to go to therapy? Yeah. We all fuck up our kids, just don't know how we're doing it.
I didn't fuck up anything. No.
Bye, Mom. That's what he's going to go to therapy for. I made this ornament. I never put it up.
Tree. And when my grandkids make me their shitty ornaments, they're going on the grandkid tree.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
Horrible.
No, I'm not doing it. These are bad things.
You're going to have that stupid bird tree for the rest of your life. Yes, and they're going to grow up going, Mom's bird tree.
I buy a new bird every year.
Oh my goodness.
A new one joins the flock. But I'm not doing my bird tree this year, actually. But I did buy an ornament. But I'm not putting it up because I'm allergic to real trees.
Well, don't you have a fake tree?
No, I don't believe in fake trees. So I need to have a bigger house.
Time out. So you won't have a real tree because you're allergic. Makes sense. But you're not going to have a fake tree.
No, because here's the reason why.
You're just going to have your crappy tree.
You call it crappy. I called it the kids' tree.
Wait,
with the crappy ornament.
You called it the crappy ornament tree is what I was going to call it. But then I was like, no, I'm correcting myself. It's the most beautiful, wonderfully made tree made by the hearts of your children.
Here's the deal.
Anyways, but wait, that makes no sense. You're just
No, it
not
does
going to
make
celebrate.
sense.
You're not going to celebrate Christmas with a tree.
No,
because you don't want to. You don't have a fake tree. No. I don't know if I like where this is going.
I'm not going to have a fake tree this year because the hope is to move into a bigger place next year. And if
but
we move
next
to a
year,
bigger place,
that's a whole.
I don't want a
12
fake
months.
tree for another year and have to store it. I'm
I'll
not going
take
to
it
buy
from
one.
you.
It's too late. There's no fake tree happening. Well, there is. There's the little kids tree. That's fine.
So why don't you make the kids tree the big tree and then?
Because it's only 24 inches. I mean, that's where it's going to go this year.
Go to the so time out. So you're gonna have a kids tree. I'm excited now. So you're gonna have a kids tree and that's it. And you're not gonna have your old lady tree.
Not this year.
You're gonna have the best Christmas ever.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
They've
you
already
are.
ruined Christmas because they're the little turds that they are. They've already ruined it all.
Yeah, we don't do it. Like we celebrate Christmas, don't get me wrong.
Well,
but we can't decorate. I didn't even get the lights out. And they asked me, like, why didn't you get I usually put one strain of lights and that's it. And it's over like our little, that's all we do.
Aww.
And even this year, they asked, why can't you, are we going to do, like, where are you going to get the lights up? And I haven't decided yet because in my head, I'm like, I should. This is like the one thing we do. We don't put anything else up.
Yeah.
Anything else up at all. Like there's no sign of Christmas in our house and it's sad. But in my head, I'm like, if I put it up, Jackson's going to pull it down. And then I'm going to fight Jackson the whole time. Maybe. I don't know.
We have to go get our wreath
I
this
love
weekend.
Christmas. Like, and this makes me sad because I wish I could have all these traditions that we used to have. And one day we will. Like, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
And just one day we
Maybe
will.
make some paper decorations for the mantle instead of lights.
Well, that's what the girls did to their room. They wanted it to be Christmas. And so I was like, why don't you do that? So we're probably going to spend one of our first days off of Christmas break decorating the house with Christmas stuff that they made. Yeah, the stuff that you're thinking is crappy.
Yeah, it's crap. They can do that in their room. I don't need it in
And
my
we
room.
only do 3 gifts. That's it. They get 3 gifts.
They get a lot more gifts, but they also get the stuff. Like they're getting hangers this year and they're getting a new laundry bin.
I love it.
That's
how my mom was.
They're getting their bath towels and they're getting their bathrobes because they need them because it's indecent now. Like when Tony walks out.
They needed them 6 months ago. I don't know why you didn't buy them. I even threatened you that I was going to get them.
Christmas.
No, I'm kind of upset at you at the present moment, if you can't tell. Because you said you were going to get them for the birthday, and that was only a month. Because we had this conversation about how their bathrobes are indecent.
Yeah, but then I decided to wait till Christmas because I could do a whole Christmas thing. Like so they're getting shampoo and conditioner for Christmas too. And they're getting bath organizers because they fight over it. So they have little bath organizers that they can put their shampoos in and carry it around.
Oh my goodness. My favorite.
Amazing. Oh, I'm buying them cereal because of you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, my favorite gift every single year was when we were little was that my mom would wrap us each our favorite cereal.
I'm totally doing that this year.
And we put our name on it.
Yeah.
And that was our cereal. Because when you're with 4 kids, you only got 1 bowl. And if you were there early enough, like if you're the first one at the table the next time, then you got maybe 2 bowls of your favorite cereal. It was the best. I always remember it so well because we would unwrap it and then I'd be like, yeah. My mom always got them confused too. So like my favorite was Golden Grahams. Yeah. And my sister would get Golden Grahams and I would get I think Fruity Pebbles or like Cookie Crisp or something that was her favorite or something. And so we'd be like, yeah, and then we'd switch because my mom always forgot which one
is yours
was. But she knew, like, it was funny. She knew that these were the 4 favorites, but she kind of always missed one up.
Who it was,
I don't blame her. She had 4 kids.
No, I love that idea. So they're getting a box of cereal this year.
That's stocking stuffers for us too. Like I feel like I do all that little stuff in stocking stuffers because I have the Velt. It's not called Felt.
Yeah.
Drawstring bags.
Oh, cute.
And they each have 3, and they get 1 gift in each one of them, and that's how I wrap. And so for their stocking stuffer, I tend to like set it up where there's stuff in the stocking, and then they'll get their olives or pickles or whatever it is. They're getting spicy mangoes this year and olives.
Nice. My kids are getting pencils and pens for school because
Why not?
Listen, I bought 200 pencils this year. They were all gone within the first 2 months of school. And my son's using a nub. And I'm like, where the fuck did all these pencils go? Like, we can't find them. So I bought them all pencils and pens this year for school.
No, it's practical. I totally get it. And I feel like they're going to remember that.
I will tell you, people think because they'll see a picture of like my tree with all the presents under it. Like, wow, your kids are so spoiled. You bought so many gifts. I'm like, there is literally 2 toys under that tree. Everything else is socks and underwear, clothes they need. Now it's hangers and like a laundry bin. They're not getting toys. They're getting the stuff they need. But this is what I figured out with my kids. They just like opening presents.
Well, that's where they are. They like the idea of it all.
And they're so thankful for it. When they're like, oh, like they did. The one thing I splurged last year is they needed new bedding. So they got new bedding.
I remember.
But I did buy them each a body pillow because they really wanted one. Like one of those big long ones.
Why not?
Yeah, and they were cheap at Walmart. I was like, whatever. And so they were so excited. And that was their biggest present. They're like, yes, look at a body pillow. It's the greatest. And they opened up their bedding. They're like, oh my gosh, it's my favorite bedding. Oh, it's the Avengers. So great, Mom. So I'm like a hero and they need new bed sheets. So win-win.
No, it makes complete sense.
They're going to be super excited because they're going to get all their other stuff this year.
They get 3 apiece. And then we also do on 3 Kings Day, which is January 6th. We do their big gift.
That's awesome.
Jackson's getting this really cool thing that I'm super stoked about.
What is it?
It's called a surf floor.
Ooh.
Okay, I've actually never seen it in person, but I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
It may just be a sensory toy that he never uses, and I spent $50 for nothing. But
you're going to use it.
Maybe. Yeah. I probably will, unless it's really cheesy and then not. But it's also $49, so it better be good.
Yeah.
But then again, sensory stuff are always more expensive.
Yeah.
It's this tile that you put on the floor. It works with your foot movement, and so it creates like a bubble kind of color changing kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to have give you a tactile sensation as well as like a visual kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited about it.
That sounds cool. I tried to buy a sensory toy for my nephew called the Ganji top, where it's like a giant top they can sit in or like pull over. Yeah, like everybody wanted it this year, and I had it in my cart when it was $100, and now it's $190.
So are you waiting?
No, I'm like, I'm getting you a weighted blanket now.
Which are still expensive.
Yeah, but it's not $190.
Okay. Is that Ganji top the one it's
big.
And it's the chair?
Yeah, kind of thing.
Is it the one that's on Comedian with Cars with Jim Carrey?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, that part was useless.
Okay. Sorry.
I wanted that chair, and I think I'm going to have to look it up. I'm not going to pay $190.
No.
Chris would kill me because he's like, there's no space for anything. But maybe we can do it in the mountain house. Oh, I'm going to go look it up. Okay. I'm excited now.
So I'm
How does your Christmas morning go?
Christmas morning. Well, everything for Christmas really starts the evening before because that's when we do our big Mexican dinner on Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve to me was always growing up watching White Christmas was the last thing you did before bed and having hot cocoa. So Mexican hot cocoa, and we get tamales, and I make Spanish rice, and we got refried beans and guacamole.
Is your Spanish rice any good?
Oh, it's delicious.
I meant to get your recipe.
I may. It's called, I just throw stuff in cans into pots until it tastes good.
Sounds like something I can cook.
Yeah. So we do a big Mexican style feast, and it's going to get better. I'm going to do street corn this year and stuff and adding things. And I make a flan. And I do Mexican hot cocoa in the crock pot. It's great. And the kids love it. And we watch White Christmas.
You do the opposite of me on holidays. I go as simple as possible because the excitement gets them crazy. So we go to sushi. Oh. We do the simplest things. Then we know it'll make them happy and create a joyful memory.
On Christmas Eve? Because Christmas Eve, they get their first gift. And their first gift is pajamas, which is where they're going to get their
We do the pajama thing too. Mm-hmm. I make them every couple of years when I get I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make pajamas.
That's so cute.
So I make pajamas for us. And then I buy them for 3 years. And then I make them again for us. Every now and then I make them. And when I make pajamas, I make the stockings to match. So it's really cute. I've only done that once. Why do I keep saying it's a tradition? I'm like, I did it once. Jackson was one. It was his first Christmas. And it was really cute. And his pajamas are really cute. Aww. Anyways. And then I bought them a couple times.
Yeah. I usually just buy them because it's easier. And this year I bought them and I got them the matching fuzzy robes.
I think I'm going to do the Harry Potter ones at Target. See, these things I always wait till the last minute.
No, I get them ahead of time because I just want to get them done. So they've got their stuff and they get fuzzy socks. So they love fuzzy socks. And so they'll be all cozy and they get in their PJs and then we have the food and we watch White Christmas. And by the end of the film, that's when we the film is the whole feeding. We get their plate full of food for the beginning of the movie. And then by the end, they've got their hot cocoa watching it and stuff.
Oh, that's sweet.
So it's very cute. And then they go to bed and then Christmas morning they get up and they can open their stockings first and they have to eat their orange because you always get an orange in your stocking. Well, this is something I think my mom brought. Oranges were very rare in the winter. So to get an orange was very expensive. It was a very pricey gift to get.
Really?
So we always got an orange.
That was her childhood thing?
I think so. It was something that she talked about. Oranges were very rare. I grew up with an orange in my stocking every time. Aww. So, and you had to eat it first. So I'm like, you have to eat. I give them clementines because they fight. They get so fussy over a big orange. So they only have to eat a clementine. But they get that in the toe of their stocking and they can eat that. And while they're opening their stocking gifts, because I wrap them with tissue paper just for the fun of it to take up time. Oh, I'm wrapping them all in black this year because I told them they've been so bad they're getting coal in their stocking. So I bought on Amazon chocolate coal. Aww. And it's going to go in the top. And I'm wrapping all their other stuff in black tissue paper. I'm like, see how bad you were? You got coal. That's how bad you were. So I'm going to put coal in their stocking this year. While they're opening their stockings and they're eating the orange, I make the cinnamon rolls and the cowboy eggs, which are in muffin pans. You line a piece of bacon and then you put like a scrambled egg in it, and then it puffs up and like the bacon and the egg kind of cook together, and they kind of pop right out.
You put a scrambled egg in, or do you just put an egg in and it like
people put an egg in, but I don't like the runniness.
You put like a
raw.
Okay,
yes.
I think of scrambled egg. I think you cooked it.
Oh no.
So you just whisk an egg and put it on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you put it in and it kind of like bakes together, and
I'll try that.
Yeah, they love it.
I make cinnamon rolls.
So we do that and we eat it. So right after they eat breakfast, they can go into present opening. They have to eat breakfast first.
Oh, we're structured.
Really?
We're more structured than you think we would be, but we're structured and it's totally different. Go ahead, keep going with yours and I'll tell you mine.
Okay, so it's they can open their stockings first thing, then they have to eat breakfast, because if they don't eat breakfast until after they open up their gifts, it's going to throw off their feeding schedule throughout the day. So they have to eat their breakfast and then they open their gifts.
Right.
And then they can kind of play around, and then they have a very light lunch, because we always eat dinner about 5, a little bit earlier on Christmas
So you make
Day.
a Christmas dinner?
So this year I'm going to make just the meat portions. I'm going to take them over to my mom's house. So we'll meet up with my mom there, and we'll head over to her house about 4 o'clock and bring everything.
Oh, you have to get dressed on Christmas.
No, we're comfortable. And the kids, so their present from Santa is always their nice outfit they have to wear for Christmas dinner, and like the priciest gift or something, something small, but like Anna's getting her Fitbit. Tony's getting his Harry Potter Legos. I can't remember what Bella's getting. Oh, she's getting a CD player. I got her CD player.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think she'll like that. She didn't know what she wanted. She likes listening to music, so I thought a little personal Walkman would be nice.
They may make CDs anymore?
Yeah, they do. And CDs are pretty cheap. I was going to buy a record player because vinyl's coming back, but it's so expensive. I was like, I'll get her a CD player.
I would have gotten like an MP3 player and just an iTunes stuff.
Yeah, I'm not putting her on iTunes. She can't be trusted.
Well, I'm just saying, one of the ones that you load up.
Yeah, it's just, I don't want to have to do that. I'd rather her just be able to buy a CD. So we got her that, and I got her a few CDs. So that'll be Christmas Day, and then we'll go to my parents' house. They'll open a couple presents there, and then the day after we leave for Vegas, and they have another Christmas thing. Though I will tell you, on Christmas night, they get what we call the last gift, which is a small gift, and it's a clue to where we're going for spring break.
Oh, that's fun.
There's something to look forward to. So then they open that, and they're
you have to plan a lot. I'm not that big.
I'm a huge planner.
I know you are.
So what's yours then? Because you said it was more structured.
Ours is way more structured, but way lax.
Yeah,
at the same time. So we got kind of used to Chris's dad. Birthday was on. He has passed away, was on Christmas Eve. And so he grew up with nothing happened on Christmas Eve. So you don't celebrate Christmas, you celebrate his birthday.
Yeah.
So Christmas Eve, we kind of just do whatever. But we get our pajamas that day. And we wear our pajamas. And then the next morning we wake up, I make my cinnamon rolls, which has like tons of maple syrup in it and tons of butter in it.
The way it's supposed to be.
The way it's supposed to be, exactly. And then they do their stocking. As soon as everyone's awake, they can do their stocking, which is like within seconds of each other. It's not like we have to wake up late.
Oh, you have to wake up Bella. She won't wake up.
And then that's when the rolls are done. We eat the rolls with the orange juice. And then we do one present. And then we play with that present for a little while. And then we do the next present. And then we play with that present for a little while. And then we watch a movie. And then we do the third present and play with that present for a little while. And then we go to bed.
Oh, that's nice.
Like,
what about dinner?
We kind of just do whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
I normally get the honey baked ham because that's like something that I got used to with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I loved it so much that I was like, let's just do it. And the kids love it. So we do that. So we don't really like plan dinner per se or plan lunch. We just have stuff that like I'll probably make potato soup because it's easy and it's a crock pot meal and it's easy to make. But we just kind of chill and we just stay in our pajamas the whole day.
Oh, that's nice.
And like, I don't like getting dressed.
Well, their dress this year is a Fair Isle sweater and some leggings. Like Tony's not wearing a bow tie.
I don't like getting dressed at all.
Oh.
Like if I could go everywhere in my pajamas, I would.
That's nice.
That's why I wear leggings so much because they're kind of like pajamas.
Yeah, they are.
So
they're very comfy.
Yeah, we do it really low key. And this year, the girls, they got that age where they can now start picking the gifts for each other.
Oh, cute.
And they already told each other what they had. They got it each and they were like, I got you this and I got you this. And now they confirmed it with me. I was like, yesterday in school.
Yeah.
On the way home from school, Lexi was like, is it true that I'm getting a hover soccer ball? And I was like, what? And Zandy goes, I wanted to know my gift. So I told her what she was getting so she could tell me mine. And I was like, girls, I thought we decided that we weren't going to say anything.
That's
but I wanted to know. And I was like, all right. She goes, so am I really getting lights that like Lexi picked up Zandy gloves that have like LED lights in it so she can dance in the dark.
That's hilarious.
Like that's what they chose for each other. They were like really low key. And Chris usually buys me at least one present. So because I'm always complaining like, I know everything I'm gonna get. So he usually gets me like one thing that I don't know I'm gonna
Bobby
get.
already got his Christmas present and his birthday present, so we're good. And
I'm getting Chris. He's gonna hear this anyway, but he's getting a dustbuster because he's been every single time we're at the mountain house. He's like, we just need a dustbuster. And I'm like, he's gonna get a dustbuster. And he got this other thing that I'm not going to say because I think he's going to really enjoy it.
I got a 20% off coupon to Ulta, so I'll be buying a lot of that for myself.
I don't know why I bought this, but they were like $7 on sale at Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever. Those bands that you can work out with.
Oh, nice.
I'm so going to not use them. It's going to be great.
So yeah, it's a good time. And then for Bobby's birthday, we'll take it down everything and put it away. And
see, we do Chris's birthday, but it's way later, February 1st.
Oh, wow.
So the thing I'm really excited about this Christmas is we're going to the mountain house for the first time.
That's pretty fun.
We couldn't do it last year because Jackson was having heart surgery. So we're doing it this year. And Chris is actually going to go up sooner. And he's all into the smart house stuff. And so he's putting Christmas lights up so that when we drive up, we're going to try to drive up at night intentionally.
Yeah.
So when we drive up,
it'll be lit.
It'll be lit.
Oh, so sweet.
I think the girls are going to be really excited about it. And we're going to
wonderful.
buy a Christmas tree on the way up too. So then the girls will help make a crappy Christmas trees in your eyes. So it'll be really good.
The tree is fine.
I'm hoping that becomes
it's the
a new
ornaments.
Tradition. No, they're going to make the ornaments for the Christmas tree.
Little crappy ornaments. Okay.
I think it's going to be good. Anyways, I'm looking forward to the day when my kids can handle a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because now the girls probably could, but Jackson can't.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to fight. You know,
Yeah,
so we'll get there one day. We'll get there. And if not, I'll just cry every Christmas like I normally do. So you'll see. That's what you should ask me after Christmas. So how many times did you cry?
Like on the first day of Christmas, I cried 10 times.
I know. It's true.
All right. To our listeners, thank you for coming on this journey with us and happy holidays. I hope you have a safe, whatever you do, safe time.
Just enjoy family. I hope you have a joyful family.
Yes. And just, or a relaxing one. I would like a relaxing.
Relaxing. We get to get dressed on. I'm not getting dressed on Christmas. Everyone have a Christmas that makes you happy and joyful is what we hope for you. Or whatever holiday.
It doesn't have to be Christmas.
Thank you, Atlas Oceanic Sound and Picture, for letting us use this amazing space. And Bobby for doing all the editing he does.
Yes. And for Chris for being as wonderful as he is.
But less OCD, please.
For pushing us to keep doing better.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
The Mother Effin podcast is hosted and produced by Patti Crouch and Heather Dragulescu. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to visit us online at mothereffinpodcast.com.